Hello, everybody, and hello, vegans. I'm aware that I look kind of raggedy right now. I'm pretty sure it's because of the vitamin K2 deficiency that's catching up to me. Nothing for 5, almost 6 years, and then just today, just snap. So I've probably got 12 hours to live. In the meantime, what to do if you're feeling angry at people, right? I completely understand feeling angry at people as a vegan, right? Because you've seen all the horrific cruelty, all the animal rights abuses. You've broken the conditioning, right? And they haven't, right? So what's wrong with them? Can't they just see? Can't they just see it? And when you try and argue with them, they will probably give you the most stupid excuse for eating animal products that you've ever heard in your entire life. I swear, I've heard plants feel pain like 30 times in the last 7 days. So, what you've got to remember is, first of all, you've broken the conditioning, but they haven't, right? All the propaganda. And especially if you've been vegan for a while, like me, the meat propaganda was still there back in the day, if you might remember, but it's gotten so much worse recently. I might do a whole video on that, but let's just run through it. Meat is tied to masculinity. There's a lot of reasons for that. The whole warm masculinity narrative going on right now. I'm not going to comment on that, but meat is a very big part of it. Another reason it's a part of it is because of like microplastics and polyester. People see meat as a very reliable source of real food, one of the last remaining left. Also because they see phytoestrogens in soy as the devil because they don't know anything, because they've been lied to. And they also see phytates in like beans and stuff as unhealthy. And you might be thinking, how can they possibly think that beans are unhealthy? It's probably one of, if not the most healthiest foods for you on the planet ever. But again, loads and loads of propaganda. And there's also the standard propaganda that you and I have been accustomed to, and that we've heard when we were still meat eaters, which is that milk leads to strong bones, like got milk. You can only get your calcium from milk. There's this big misconception that if you don't drink milk, you're going to be calcium deficient. I mean, it's really crazy that throughout our entire evolution, we're the one species who can't absorb calcium without drinking breast milk from another animal. Crazy, right? Yes, it is crazy. And there's also the propaganda around ethics, such as the pasture-raised cow delusion and the pasture-raised chicken delusion. And there's a brand that I think exemplifies this perfectly. It's called the Laughing Cow, I believe. And they're a cheese company, and their logo is a cow that is laughing, of course. And it's like, that's nice. It portrays an image of the cow being happy. I'm pretty sure that the cow wasn't laughing when you raped it and took away its children, and then let it to be stabbed in the throat and then decapitated it. I don't think it was laughing then. But you won't be laughing either once your arteries are clogged and you're dying of a heart attack. Anyway, so what was I talking about there? Right. So they have all this conditioning, right? And you can't blame them for it. I used to believe some crazy things myself. For example, I used to believe that eggs and dairy were healthful. I thought that I might have been damaging my own health by being vegetarian and then vegan. And I even thought that fish could not feel pain and were not sentient. That's right, I thought that fish were not sentient. Another thing... wait. Before I move on from that, People are just people, right? They're human beings like you, right? And they consciously believe in animal rights. They don't want animals to be abused consciously, but they have that dissonance, which again is caused by propaganda. So do not blame your fellow human beings, even though they are on the opposite side of you, advocating for something that is horrifically cruel, which you stand against with every fiber of your being. It's not their fault, right? They're still human beings. If they had a dog in front of them, they wouldn't kick it, probably, is what I'm saying, right? Even if they had a goat, sheep, pig, cow, horse, I'm naming all these animals that I don't usually like, goat. But if that was the case, they had a knife in front of them, they probably wouldn't stab it to death, they would probably pet it, right? We're all human beings, we all have the same emotions, not all of us. We mostly have the same emotions. We mostly also have compassion. Some of us have just been lied to more than others. Some of us are deeper in the conditioning than others. Some of us have been propagandized more than others, and scared more than others, right, with nutritional concerns and such. Next thing is being angry at the world and being angry at these industries. And in that case, I'm 100% on your side with that. The animal products industry gets me viscerally angry in a way that nothing else has ever done. Throughout my entire life, I've gotten very angry at certain things, but over time, it's subsided. With the animal agriculture industry, it's only gone up and up and up, right? It just fills me with intense burning rage that is barely containable, right? And you can relate, of course, because I'm talking to you who's watching this video, which is going to be titled something like, I don't know, 2 vegans who are angry or something. I haven't really thought of that yet. So, feel that anger, right? Don't try and suppress it, because if you do that, there's a good chance that you're going to end up psyoping yourself and creating the industry propaganda for yourself, right? You might even come up with ideas like, but they're just animals, and that's understandable. It could help you cope with the fact that there are trillions of them that are having their rights violated, being abused every year, and killed, of course. Don't let that happen. Feel the anger, feel the rage. Let it solidify your beliefs, right? And use it to help you propel forwards, right? For example, I didn't mean to say for example there, that didn't make any sense. Use it to motivate you, right? Use it to motivate your learning about nutrition, health, developing your ethical arguments, right? Let it be your motivation. Maybe you go to the gym and you would like to prove that you can in fact get protein by mogging all of these meat eaters and making them look like DYELs. Let that be your motivation, right? And rage and the gym go hand in hand, just like milk and rape. Well, I shouldn't be laughing at that. That's really cruel, and milk is horrifying, and yeah. So, use it to motivate you, alright? Keep that burning rage inside of you. If it's your life mission to completely raise the animal agriculture industry to the ground, that's R-A-Z-E, by the way, not R-A-S-I-E, R-A-I-S-E, sorry, then that's perfectly great, actually. If you think that that's your mission, then let that fire in your heart propel you towards it, because that is extremely valuable, right? And let it also fuel your animal activism, right? Maybe you're a little bit scared, maybe you're nervous, which is understandable, right? Animal activists, vegans, face tons of hostility, but I'm sure you already know that. But the anger that you feel, the righteous anger that you feel, I should say, the passion, right? Because just by anger, I don't mean like Hulk smash anger, because if you're talking to somebody advocating animal rights to them, that might mean that you punch them in the face or call their mom a slur. Don't do that. Let it guide your morals, Never let go of your morals just because the wretch's anger is unpleasant. Right? It's fine to be angry at the world again. It's fine to be angry at these industries. It's a good thing. Right? This is the world that we live in, and we're going to be the ones who fix it, right? Because nobody else will. Right? So stay vegan, do your activism, do your advocacy, be vegan.